Welcome to How to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Let's explain Genesys expectations.
Chapter 1.
Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about the expectations that, I have for Genesis. They're going to be quite realistic expectations, not too crazy. And so with that being said, let's get on with the rest of the video.
Chapter 2.
Okay, and so in this section, we'll start with the first topic, rogue/junk tiers. So what I'd like to see, or what should be the case in the Genesis format, is rogue and junk tiers should be promoted. I'd like to see rogue decks that are really, strong, are not really doing hot in the main format, to be promoted here in the Genesis format. I would like to see archetypes and just sort of side sets that just don't get any love at all in the main game. We can get to see them get love here. Because, again, we have a lot of side sets in Yu Gi Oh! That just barely get touched. And I know they're pretty cheap and, they don't get any play. And hopefully, I would like to see them get play in this format. What I'd like to see is the battle of the junk, the battle of rogue here, and the battle of garbage. I do not want to see any strong archetypes here. So that is what this format I hope to be. I feel that the main format should still exist for our main strong meta decks. We can have both formats, it's fine. Yu-Gi-Oh! Needed another format. I don't feel that, the main game format should just be removed altogether, but this should be a stepping point, or rather just a format for enjoyment. And if we need more, or we need, less things, then that's the way to go. But overall, this should just be a format for rogue, junk tiers, any meta defining stuff should be removed and should not be in this format, as that's not what this format is about. That's all I've got to say.
Chapter 3.
Creativity promotion. And so, in this format, I would like to see more creativity. And what that means is I would like more points to be allotted. Let's say if a deck won or a deck wins a Genesis tournament, I'd like to see more cards that are more creative get no points, and cards that are homogeneous and are, you know, just homogenized deck building to get a lot of points. Because this format should emphasize on creativity more than homogenization. I like to see more creativity in this format than ever before. I don't want to be seeing, we should not be seeing decks or people making decks having the same builds, format after format or set after set. Let's promote diversity and diverse gameplay because that's what this format should be about. That's its inception, that's what it should be about in its bones, and that's what it should be about from the get-go. So that's what I'd like to see more in this format. If when Konami promotes this format, and I want to see more of creativity to the max. I think that's it. Let's move on.
Chapter 4.
And finally, we were talking about here community feedback. I'd like to see feedback of the community be taken on board, and I think it is being taken on board by Konami. They are taking it, but I'd like to see more community feedback taken and used effectively and really well. I don't think there's much I've got to say here. Hopefully, it's not taken all too seriously. Again, the spirit of the format should be kept alive, but community feedback should, be there, should be used. Definitely not the way the main game is, but the main game is actually getting better. The main format's getting better. But overall, yeah, better community feedback, on this level and improved is much appreciated. Not much to say here, and that's about it. Let's head on to the conclusion.
final chapter.
So I'll be heading on here to the conclusion, and all I've got to say is that it's pretty much it for my expectations for Genesis. It's not much really, but it is what it is. And I think that overall we have a new format and Yu-Gi-Oh is in a great place. I think we're gonna start this year in 2026 in in the strongest place that Yu-Gi-Oh has ever been. So we're going, and so 2026, I think, and beyond, we'll be talking about different things that Yu-Gi-Oh needs right now. I think for the most part, I've been talking about that Yu-Gi-Oh needs another format. And now that we have that, we have different problems and different things to solve, right? With a different format. And that's all I've got to say. Tune in next time as I talk about more things on this channel. Hope to see you soon.
We come to the end of this video. So, as I like to say, you are one step closer to becoming a Yu-Gi-Oh master. My fate, right, is in your hands.